What's going on, guys? Let me shout out my Alpha Generals, Generalettes, Alpha Male and Alpha Female in the building. You heard, I only use the term Alpha because we're trying to, invoke leadership. What we got here is a video of a few young girls. They look like anywhere between the ages of 10 and 14. They're being asked a certain question. And, I don't know how to feel about it. I'm trying to produce positivity in our community, so I don't mean to shame anybody or talk any crap. I just give my opinions. You feel me? So tell me if y'all like these kind of videos. If y'all don't like the kind of videos, leave comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I mean? And I said in my last couple of videos, I finally stabilized at 2,000, a little over 2,000 subscribers. I'm going to be back being consistent, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway. So before you know it, 1, 2, 3, let's get right to this video.
Would y'all rather have a fat boyfriend or an abusive boyfriend?
I'd rather have an abusive boyfriend. I don't fuck with fat boys.
Hey, what about you?
Abusive.
Abusive. Oh, abusive. Oh, no.
So let's talk about it. You got a couple of young girls anywhere between the ages of 10 and maybe 14, maybe a little bit older, but nevertheless, they look very young. And the reason why I wanted to do this video is to tell people, like, why do these young people have these, why is it a normalcy? Because they all answered it the same. It goes to show you that these young kids are being taught that perception is everything and forget about the reality of the situation. You know what I'm saying? And the reality of the situation is even though it could be worse than the perception, they would rather go with the perception. So they say they're rather an abusive, basically a toxic relationship than just being with somebody that probably doesn't look so desirable, who they think they should be with. One, I will say this. At their ages, they shouldn't be worried about having no relationship. They should be focusing on their school and their education. That's number one. And two, if they did have a choice in the matter, if there is a choice for these young people to date and talk to people, they shouldn't be choosing, I'm not saying for what they should be choosing as far as physicality. If you're not attracted to fat or whatever, because this is not to shame anyone, then that's fine. That's a preference. But at the same time, why would abusive be normalized? Why is that a good thing in today's society? And it's because of more than likely in the neighborhoods we grew up in, and neighborhoods we grow up in, they see that in their neighborhoods. They see the cursing out, they see the insults, they see the divorce, they see the breakups. There's more baby mothers and baby dads, and I'm not one to talk, I will admit that, but there's more baby mothers and baby dads than there are marriages and wholesome families and nuclear families nowadays. So a lot of times what they're seeing, we can blame social media because it's produced at a higher rate where like toxicity just seems normal and it seems healthy to these young kids. And I think, us as fathers, brothers, and uncles, whether we have broken families or not, we should teach these kids that abusive is not the way to go. Fine if you don't like fat, fine if you don't like tubby or you're not attracted to a certain look, but you shouldn't choose the other or consider that the other is better, especially if it's abusive. Abusive of all things? Come on, man. Where are we going wrong? That's why you see the picture of me and my daughter in the beginning of it. And I wanted to do a video with our daddy-daughter date we have, because I try to isolate time for just me and her to teach her about things like this. Show her how a gentleman should be, show her how a lady should act, how a lady should speak from my perspective. And I have a lot of other women around her to talk to her and educate her to keep away from, we can't say what our kids are going to be in the future. I can't say. She's so young, I can't predict what's going to happen with her. But us as brothers, fathers, and leaders in our families, or just the masculine energy in our families where most women or young women would listen, it's up to us to change this narrative. Why is an abusive or toxic relationship normalized that even at that age that they are, because they look fairly young, that one, they're cursing with no problem, and two, they're choosing abusive as if that's something good. There should be nothing that should come out of a young man's mouth or a young woman's mouth saying that they would rather an abusive relationship over being with, a fat person. But, we can't speak on preference, but what I will say is choosing toxicity or abusiveness come on, us as fathers, whether you're with the mother or not, us as uncles and brothers or whatever we are, we should be showing these young kids a better way, because abusive is not a way for a man or a woman, and I'm speaking for both sides. A man shouldn't be getting abused mentally or physically by a woman, and vice versa, a woman by a man. So come on, guys, let's try to do better, man. Let's try to do better, and I will release pictures and videos of me and my daughter's daddy-daughter date if y'all care to see that kind of content. But I try my best to educate her the best way I can. I'm very firm and real with her. Not too real that it's beyond her understanding because she's still so young, but real enough that she can understand somewhat of a concept of what I'm trying to get her to see. And I would hate to see her being in an interview or some kind of video saying she would want to choose an abusive relationship over anything else, because that right there, that's how you know that's parenting going wrong, that's society going wrong, and us as a community going wrong. We shouldn't. This is what they're seeing from their own parents. This is what they're seeing from their own environment. That's why it's normalized. This should not be, and today it shouldn't be, because it's just getting worse and worse and worse. So guys, come on, let's do better as individuals. Let's do better, you know, as just people. So the ones coming up under us, let's make better decisions. Let's have more marriages or more nuclear families staying together than there are baby mothers and baby fathers. I hope y'all like this content, how y'all can learn from this content. And, you know, like I said, us as men and the leaders of our families, or even grown women, if you don't work out with your boyfriend or your husband, and you got kids with this individual, although it didn't work out for you and that man, or you and that woman, explain to your kids in a healthy way possible when they're of age to start dating, you know, to talk a certain way, act a certain way, and why it didn't work out in a more healthy manner that they can understand. But this should not be in today. This should not be at all. You know what I'm saying? Women don't have all the power and men don't have all the power. We work together good together, and everyone has their responsibilities, and no one should be abusing anybody or manipulating anybody. So that's my message for today. I love you guys. Thank you for getting me up to 2,000 subscribers. I got a giveaway coming up. Look out for that. 1, 2, 3. I'm out.